Hello, this is Jam Master Daniel 96, and in today's video, I'll be reading an article from StarWarsNewsNet.com, and it's titled Mark Hamill Considers The Rise of Skywalker to be his swan song for Luke Skywalker, and it's written by Grant Davis. So let's begin. A few days ago, Mark Hamill revealed that Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker was his final performance as Luke Skywalker. Now he's elaborating a bit on his statement by indicating that he's not opposed to the idea of returning, but he believes that the final film of the Skywalker saga was a suitable send-off for the character, and that he feels it's time for other characters and actors to take the spotlight. On May 9th, 2020, Mark Hamill left a note claiming that his days of playing Luke Skywalker were done with the release of The Rise of Skywalker. And here's the tweet. May the 9th be a bittersweet episode knowing it was the last time I would ever play Luke. He puts hashtag bye-bye Skywalker. And continue on with the article. This lines up with previous messaging from the original Star Wars lead actors, such as when he mentioned on June 30th, 2019 that The Rise of Skywalker was his final Star Wars movie, or when he wrote an April 3rd, 2020 thank you note to the fans talking to Entertainment Weekly. 2 days later, he has indicated that this is a creative decision and that he's looking forward to enjoying new content such as The Mandalorian. As a fan, Hamill initially explained that he feels that the character's story has a sense of completeness to it and that he doesn't want to hog the spotlight. So here's the quote. I had a beginning, middle, and end. Those films gave me far more than I ever expected when we started out, so it's never even occurred to me. My farewell was in episode 9, and it was bittersweet. I love all those people, and I certainly have affection for George and the character he created. I'm full of gratitude for what it has given me and my career, but I don't want to be greedy. There are still so many more stories to tell and so many great characters to tell them. They don't need me. And that's the quote from Mark Hamill. And it says, and then here, continuing on with the article, it says, as it stands, The Rise of Skywalker completed with Luke Skywalker's acceptance of becoming a mentor, telling Rey that he turned from his prior failures and given her the confidence to carry a new generation of Jedi forward, emphasizing the points established in The Last Jedi that there were left unspoken to his last student when she left to fight in the war. He demonstrates the sense of peace and purpose that as part of the Force, being with Rey in her final confrontation and silently approving as she commits to a new identity as a Skywalker. And while Rey and Luke likely communicate going forward when stories set after the end of the Skywalker saga are inevitably told, Mark Hamill may just feel that those stories don't need his physical presence in order to work. And still a return to a role after publicizing a retirement plan would not be out of character for Hamill, as his second most famous role of the Joker went through that process. Starting in 1992, he voiced the character in Batman the Animated Series, and he would continue to reprise his role across the DC animated universe, which lasted all the way through 2006, occasionally leading his voice to the character for some appearances outside of the setting. In 2009, he played the character again in Batman Arkham Asylum and made a commitment to a franchise, but when 2012's Arkham City arrived and ended with the plot twist, spoiler, a terminally ill Joker died for real after a failed bid to obtain immortality, Hamill explained that he felt that was the perfect point to check out and let other voice actors try their hard at playing the character, like Troy Baker in the prequel Arkham Origins. However, Joker appeared as a hallucination and in flashbacks in the sequel Arkham Knight, which let him voice the character again, while plenty of other voice actors have taken a crack at the role of the Joker since then. Hamill has continued to voice the character when requested, and it seems possible then that this may not be the last that we've seen Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker, at least where voiceovers are concerned. There's a good 30 years of content set between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens that Lucasfilm is starting to explore now that the sequel trilogy has concluded, and as such, there would likely be opportunities for Hamill to return as the voice of Luke Skywalker in animated form. Hamill voiced Luke in Star Wars Forces of Destiny, and considering his prolific voice acting career, it seems like animation would be the easiest place for him to keep playing the character to explore that long span of time. But for the time being, it seems that Luke Skywalker's story is finished alongside the story of his twin sister Leia Organa, as both of them were symbolically buried in the place where the adventure truly began, with one of many potential successors looking to the horizon as he once did. And that is the article, and I'll link it down below. And my thoughts on this, well, I do think, Mark Hamill is done playing Luke for, like, the live action stuff. And, pretty much, his, like, story is done with, like, the saga and all that. And I do think, like, animation would be the easiest route to have Mark Hamill reprise his role. And I do think a Luke Skywalker series, set in between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens would be the best way to go. And I mean, even if you did even an animated series in that time period, you could still have Luke appear and Mark Hamill still voice him. And that's just my thoughts there. And that's pretty much all I gotta say in this video. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment what you think down below, and I'll catch you guys next time with another video. And share this video to spread the word about the channel. Bye.